Hi everybody, this is Matt, and here I am trying to give you a short tutorial on how to build quizzes in Brightspace. This is going to be a two-part thing. This is the first of two parts on building quizzes in Brightspace. So first thing we want to do is we want to create an item for the quiz in the gradebook. So I go to Grades and then Manage Grades. And I'm going to create a new grade item, call it Quiz 1. I'm going to scroll down so I can assign the points to it. It's worth 25 points. And then I can save and close that. So there it is in my gradebook. I've created quiz 1. In the gradebook, now I'm going to create the quiz and associate it with the gradebook item. So I'm up on the top ribbon, choosing quizzes. I'm going to create a new quiz. I'm going to call that quiz quiz 1. And no category because I haven't created any categories yet. Under quiz questions, I'm going to add edit questions. And here, I can import questions, as you'll see. I can upload a file, and it has to be a CSV file. In other words, you can't just upload a text file here or a Word file, but if you have something from the publisher that is a test bank, you can upload it here. Browse files found on your computer, upload it. I don't have that. If you do that, it makes it very simple, so I won't spend a whole lot more time talking about it, but instead, I'm just going to add questions manually. And here is a very important step. You have to choose which kind of question you're going to be dealing with. True and false is obvious. Written response is your short answer, so is short answer. Multi-short answers, you have to fill in multiple things. Fill in the blanks, you have a sentence with a couple points missing. Matching, ordering, all of these are simple. The one that is a little bit complicated is multiple choice and multi-select. Multiple choices when there's one right answer. Say it's C. Multi-select is when there are multiple right answers, so it might be A and D are your correct answers. And you cannot change what kind of question you have once you've selected it. So I'm going to start with a multiple choice question. I have an old quiz file here. So I'm going to copy and paste this question from my file of quiz questions. And you can see how this quickly becomes kind of tedious. And then my options are, for video lectures, read the textbook or read the instruction only. And then, looking at the quiz file, I say, oh, the right answer is the one with a little arrow next to it. So I'm going to signal that here by clicking the appropriate box. You see right now it is worth 2 points, this quiz question. I can change that down here. Actually, sorry, that was written into the instructions, so I'm going to delete that because I want this one to be worth 5 points. So I go down to here, I give it 5 points. I can randomize the answer order, so that means that some students will see read the textbook as their first option, etc. Why not? So that's my one question. I'm going to add another question. And I have true-false questions here. So the question is, do we have a class meeting as scheduled? We sure do. That's true. Also worth 5 points, etc. And I'm going to try to find a multi-select here. So here is my question. And then what is the kids for formats? I'm going to make up answers here. So I'm going to say Twister, checkers, Parcheesi, rummy, and then I can add an additional answer here and say, I don't know why I'm spelling Parcheesi wrong, but seems like I am. And then let's say Trouble, another favorite board game from when I was a kid. And I am going to say pick 2 answers because I don't have 4 that work here. I'll say Checkers and Trouble are my multi-select answers. Again, here I can decide how are points assigned to blanks. So is it all or nothing? That is to say they get all 5 points if they get the 2 correct answers. Or if they get, for each correct answer, they get 2.5 points. Here's the right minus wrong selection, so you could take away a point for every wrong answer that they select. All of these options are here. I'm going to stick with a simple all or nothing. And then I save that. And you see how this works. These are my quiz questions. And I've added my question, so I'm going to go back to the settings for quiz 1. And I think that's all I want to show you in this video. I could, if I had 50 questions, I could do 10 per page. I could prevent students from moving backwards. I could shuffle the questions at the quiz level. All of these are options for us. I could also write in a little description. This is a quiz on chapters 5 and 6. For example, whatever information you want to include, you can leave this blank or you can include it. And I'm going to save and close. And I have created quiz 1. You'll see here that it's hidden. So I do my down arrow and I make it visible to users. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in my course where students can see it. So under coursework in Unit 1, I'm going to add an existing quiz. And that is quiz 1. And that's the end of this lesson. The next lesson, the next part of this video is going to be settings for assessment, which are a little bit complicated, a little bit tricky. So I'd like to start a totally separate video to talk about those. Hope you got something out of this, and that is our lesson.